As people of faith, we are diverse.
We are Christians.
I'm Sikh.
I'm a member of the Chicago Baha'i community.
Christian from First United Methodist Church of Arlington Heights.
I'm a Muslim from Naperville, Illinois.
I'm a global citizen.
I'm from Woodlawn on Chicago's South Side.
Our faith brought us here today because as young prophets, we think it is important to advocate for all justice, especially environmental, and we think it is important to sustain our future.
And I care about the earth because the gift of God's earth sustains us.
I feel that we should be good stewards of the earth that God created.
It keeps us alive.
Start taking care of the planet and start caring about this privilege that we have.
It's my responsibility to do a small part in helping to take care of the earth.
It isn't just for us, it's for everyone.
Our places of worship are diverse. Churches, synagogues, temples, mosques, and other faith communities. Yet we are united in caring for the earth because it is our common home. We are Faith in Place. From Waukegan to Chicago to Palatine to Champaign-Urbana and throughout Illinois, Faith in Place Green Teams inspire faithful care for the earth across each of our program areas: energy and climate change, sustainable food and land use, water preservation, and advocacy.
We became partners with Faith in Place through the Rain Barrel program. We were suggested that we might want to have a rain garden. Faith in Place had this set up through a grant where it was professionally done. So of course, when it was first built, it was a little small, a little bare. And we had one member of our congregation who said, "That's all right, be patient, God will make it grow." We've been using that piece of scripture from Corinthians on many other things dealing with growth here in the church. And then every Sunday she would walk by here. She'd stop, she'd look, and she'd come in and say, "Pastor, God is making it grow." And now look at our beautiful rain garden.
The rain gardens planted at 5 houses of worship and over 834 rain barrels distributed to community members over the past 2 years helped divert 3.5 million gallons of water from sewer systems in 2017.
The McKinley's mission is to reflect and act on issues of diversity, social justice, and sustainability. So installing solar panels just seemed like the next step for us. We have a residence hall for 262 university students, so it's really, we're trying to set an example for them and bring them into our awareness of how important it is to sustain the earth. We had a tremendous reaction from the community. Faith in Place is really great about helping us spread the word, which means more people in the community knew about what we were doing.
Working with faith communities across the state, Faith in Place conducted energy audits, educated people on how to use smart energy tools to conserve electricity and reduce utility bills, and helped 4 houses of worship install solar panels. All of these efforts reduced 165 metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions, or the equivalent of 181,062 pounds of coal.
There's an activation energy, if you know anything about chemistry. It's a certain amount of energy it takes for something to happen. For an organization like a church where people have other jobs and don't really have a lot of time to put into it, the activation energy is a lot lower. So you need something that doesn't take a lot of work. I originally did the gardens, so it would take less than an hour for one person to go to the garden and do everything, on the garden that I needed a week. And so for 1 hour a week, they can manage the garden.
Through, I think, that kind of inspiration and that work with Faith in Place, he saw the possibilities of creating a sustainable garden here at Wesley. The garden has given us the ability to provide our clients with more choice. When we go to a supermarket, we get to choose the produce that we want to pick out. And we had a client who came and asked, "Do you have any more vegetables for me?" Our operations manager said, as a matter of fact, we do. We could go right up to our garden and pick some fresh produce for you. And that's what they did. And that's something that never would have been possible if we did not have this garden.
Across the state, we supported faith communities to grow 209,000 pounds of food on 4 congregation-supported agriculture farms and various house of worship gardens, with over 30,000 pounds of produce donated back to the community. Last winter, we organized 16 winter farmers markets throughout Chicagoland, which saw a 138% increase in link sales. And this year, over 950 nature outing volunteers spent more than 3,800 hours restoring 48 acres of land to native habitat. The work of Faith in Place and our green teams didn't stop there. We also leveraged our Faith Leader Network to spread the message about the importance of creating an environmentally just future from Illinois to the U.S. Capitol. Because of Faith in Place's leadership, implementation of the Future Energy Jobs Act in Illinois is creating 2,000 clean energy jobs for foster care alumni and returning citizens. We are helping houses of worship take advantage of incentives for solar panel installation through this new law. In April, people from across the state traveled to our Illinois state capitol to advocate for clean energy jobs. A busload of people joined us at the People's Climate March in Washington, D.C. to call for systemic change to care for our common home. Hundreds of people joined us for the Green Team Summit in October for an inspiring day of learning how to take action for climate justice. And we continue to educate and empower the next generation of faith leaders and environmental advocates to care for the earth through our youth programming. We are Jewish, Catholic, Baha'i, Protestant, Muslim, Buddhist, and people of many other faiths. And we are united to create healthier, more sustainable communities. But our work is far from complete. As people of faith, it is our responsibility to care for the earth and improve the lives of those who need it most. You can have an impact like this too. Start or join a green team at your house of worship and connect with our programs. Our efforts are stronger when we act together. Support Faith in Place.